you ever feel like your life is just passing you by without you really taking the reins? Every morning you wake up to the familiar sound of your alarm clock. You rush to brush your teeth, drink your coffee, and then rush into a day filled with work, messages, notifications, and deadlines. At night, you lie down on your bed, pull the covers up, look up at the ceiling, and think, what did I do today? You can't remember, because today is exactly like yesterday, and most likely it will be the same as tomorrow. No special events, no deep emotions, just a quiet loop, efficient but soulless. Many people call it growing up. It's settling down. It's living normally like everyone else. But honestly, is that how you want to live? Maybe you had a dream. You wanted to write a book. You wanted to go somewhere alone. You wanted to learn to play an instrument, to learn to draw, to learn to slow down and feel. But then you put it off because it's not the right time. And so another day passes, then another month, then another year. Your life goes on, but you are asleep in your own life. You're not lazy. You're not useless. You're just living on autopilot like everyone else. And the most dangerous thing is, the longer it goes on, the less you realize you have lost touch with yourself. But the good thing is that you can wake up at any time, just a moment, a word, a story at the right time. And today, I want to tell you a story like that. A very small story, no miracles, no spectacular twists. But who knows, maybe you will see yourself in it. Jonh, the character in this story, is someone everyone can see a little bit of themselves in. He has a good job in the tech industry, steady income, regular schedule, no drama, no upheaval. John's life, from the outside, is the stable model that many people dream of, but inside he feels empty. Every morning he wakes up at 7 a.m., surfs the phone for 15 minutes, then coffee, then sits at the desk, has meetings, handles emails. At noon, quickly eats a boxed lunch, then continues to work on deadlines. At night, Jonh lies down to watch an episode of a movie to de-stress. At night, he puts his head on the pillow, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling. Not sad, not happy, just feeling nothing. Days like that just pass by, quietly, repeatedly, invisible. He had dreams. He wanted to write a book, travel to Patagonia, learn to play the piano, but he always thought, wait until I have time. Some other time. I can do it tomorrow. And then none of those some other time ever happened. Until one day, when he turned 30, Jonh held a small birthday party. All his friends came, everyone was laughing and having fun. But when the birthday cake was brought out, a friend asked, if you could only choose 3 most memorable days of the past year, which would you choose? The room was silent. Jonh couldn't answer. He sat still looking back and realized he couldn't remember anything in particular, not because the year was so bad, but because it had passed without him really living it. That was the first shock. That night, Jonh went home. He lay still in the dark, with an emptiness that was hard to name. Then he scrolled through his phone like he always did, unconsciously. And then, by a strange coincidence, he read a line. You're not really living. You're just sleepwalking through life with your eyes open. That sentence was like a slap. And for the first time in years, Jonh cried, not because of pain, but because he finally saw the truth. He had fallen asleep in his own life. And if he didn't change, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, he would still be there, but with his eyes becoming more and more lost. From that moment, the journey of awakening began. Jonh did not quit his job. He did not move. He did not do anything too big. He just started with a small action. Every morning he woke up 10 minutes earlier, just to sit on the balcony, take a deep breath and watch the sun rise. No phone, no action, just be present. In the beginning, those 10 minutes seemed meaningless, but gradually Jonh began to feel alive. Then he bought a small notebook, wrote down 3 lines every night. What made me smile today? Is there a moment when I felt truly present? What do I want to experience tomorrow? Thanks to those little notes, Jonh began to realize life is not lacking in color. It's just that he no longer noticed it. A hug from his mother, a friendly look from a stranger, a sudden rainstorm in the middle of the day. All of them had appeared, but Jonh had never seen them. Why do we go into autopilot mode? Because our brains are designed to conserve energy. When an action is repeated, the brain automatically hands it off to muscle memory, saving energy for more complex things. That's why you can drive home without remembering the route you took. But the problem is, we live our entire lives that way, living like a machine, eating because it's time to eat, working because we have to, scrolling through our phones because there's nothing else to do. We call it life. But it's just a conditional existence, not a meaningful life. So how do you get off autopilot? Jonh tried many ways, and then he summarized 3 simple but extremely effective steps. Step 1, redesign your morning. Don't start your day with your phone or email. Take 10 to 15 minutes for yourself. Write a short paragraph, meditate, go for a walk, or just drink tea in silence. The important thing is not what you do, it's that you do it consciously. Step 2, set an emotional marker for the day. Choose a moment to truly connect with yourself, with a loved one, or with nature. It could be a heartfelt conversation, a favorite song, or just sitting still and breathing. Just one moment a day, it's enough to keep you awake. Step 3, quick 3-minute reset. Set an alarm in the middle of the day. When it goes off, stop, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out, and ask yourself, am I living or am I just existing? Those 3 minutes are like a gentle tap to bring you back to yourself. After a few months, Jonh didn't become a millionaire. He didn't finish the book, but he became a different person, present, awake, and grateful. He began to see the beauty in the ordinary, and each day, instead of passing by in a blur, became a memorable part of his life's journey. Not because life changed, but because he changed the way he lived. You see, it doesn't take a huge thing to start living, just a moment of awareness, a small action, a conscious choice. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you do have to start, to have a chance at living a life worth remembering. And maybe what you need right now is not a revolution. No need to give up everything. No need to run away to a foreign land. Just wake up in your own life, right where you are. Because life is not really about how much you do, how many goals you achieve. It's about being present in the moment. It's about listening to yourself. It's about not letting life pass you by. Imagine if you lived each day mindfully, feeling the morning sun on your skin, hearing the birds outside your window, and smiling for the little things. Even if you didn't do anything great that day, you still lived a memorable day. It's not a cliche, it's a choice, and you can start today. So if you're listening to this, stop for a moment, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, when was the last time I truly lived? And if the answer makes you cringe, don't worry, because you can change, starting right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a detailed plan. Just choose one small thing to do today with your full presence. Write a few lines in your journal. Call a loved one and really listen. Turn off the screen, go outside and look at the sky. Anything, as long as you're not living like a machine. Let me end with a quote that will resonate with you. Life is not measured by the years you live, but by the moments you truly wake up. And if you're reading this, you've probably had one. Hold on to it and begin again with open eyes, an open heart, and a life you truly feel.